Hey, not a bad day for the beach.
soft sand right now. It's 4x4 only. A lot of people have been getting stuck. It's up to you if you would like to go on, but
yeah, I'll try it. I can carry this thing out of here if I get stuck. So, yep.
Cool, you're all set.
Thanks.
Totally.
Thanks. Hey, not a bad day for the beach. Sand's a little soft today. They're recommending 4-wheel drive only. But it wasn't that bad with the little Honda. More of a second gear kind of soft sand. I think if I can get out of here without crashing, it'll be a good day. All right. When you ride a motorcycle, you're invisible to the cars, and when it's a quiet motorcycle, you're invisible to the pedestrians too. surprised a lot of people still here even though the weekend's over. If you live down here, you realize after every 3-day weekend, usually everyone's gone. Pretty sure last year, Tuesday after Memorial Weekend, it was dead. Went from totally packed, elbow to elbow, to a ghost town. The world famous Main Street, Daytona Beach, Florida. You tune in during Bike Week and Biketoberfest, I'll do some live videos here. You can see how crazy it gets. Coming up to the Main Street drawbridge up here. See if we make it across without it opening today. I think we will. Look at the view. Both sides, the Intercoastal Waterway, also known as the Halifax River. Maybe every time I start riding this thing, I'll act like I'm a tour guide. How would you like that? Would you like to see videos like that? If so, put it in the comments. I can do that. You know, I really wanted to keep the channel no talking, riding only, just raw, unedited videos. But you know, I got more than 2,000 videos and no one's watching them. I think my most popular video, I have like 50 views or something like that. So maybe it's time you guys tell me what you want. Apparently me doing what I want isn't really working. Or maybe it's working for a few of you. But you know, there's a lot of work involved. Uploading videos, a lot of gas I'm spending riding around. It'd be nice to get a little bit something back. You know, to just hit that mark where I'm at least monetized. Maybe I could go on longer rides or justify buying new equipment. You know, get a 360 camera or something. Maybe ride down to the Keys. If I ever make anything off this channel, I'll just reinvest it right into the channel. It's not like I need the income. I just don't want it to be an expense. I'm always trying to create passive income, not liabilities. I don't want to turn this channel into a liability where I'm buying stuff for it, spending all my money. It'd be much better if it could fund itself at least. mainland side, you have Holly Hill in between Daytona and Ormond Beach. If you're over on the beach side, Daytona and Ormond Beach border each other. Over here on the side of the river where you can put your boat in the water for free if you want to, park there. It's always kind of cool if you have a boat to be able to just launch it for free. It's not very populated during the week either. Over here is another park, some bathrooms and playground for kids. You can notice there's a sidewalk all the way along the side of this road. Just walk or ride bikes for miles. One thing I loved when I moved down here, all the infrastructure for staying healthy, getting outside, being active. You know, I grew up in Michigan. We didn't have any of that. Kind of rare to have a sidewalk that extends more than 5 or 6 houses, let alone a sidewalk that you could walk through several cities with scenic views too. But you know, it's worth the investment here because the weather's perfect year-round. If you have a rainy day, just wait 5-10 minutes. It won't be raining anymore. It'll be nice again. A lot of my friends and family from Michigan, they keep saying something about a hurricane every time, like, oh, you got to deal with hurricanes. Oh, what if a hurricane comes? Hurricanes are so bad. Hurricane. You know, I've been through a few hurricanes now that I've been down here. I've seen much worse weather in Michigan, let me tell you. I've seen some storms in Michigan that really make a hurricane look like no big deal. And if you live inland, above sea level, not in a flood zone, you have a concrete house, hurricanes aren't really that big of a deal. It's kind of like having a thunderstorm. Now, it might be a thunderstorm that lasts 2 days, but they have those everywhere, not just in Florida. You know, the people that live beachside, they get hit the worst. And you know, most of them live beachside just so they can say they live beachside. You know, they think they're high class or they're in a better social environment. They can say, yeah, I live beachside. You know, in my opinion, unless you're direct oceanfront or riverfront, I would never live beachside. paying extra for the house, extra for property taxes, paying extra for insurance if you can get insurance. And then when a hurricane comes, it is a big deal because you're right there. More than likely, you're below sea level or at sea level. So you're going to get it. You know? And who cares about what other people think? You know? Why say, oh, I live beachside? Yeah, who cares? Congratulations. Attaboy, congratulations. I'm proud of you. Wow, beachside, you must make a lot of money, huh? Good for you. Attaboy. Now what are you going to do to impress me? Show me your new car? Nice car. Nice car. Wow, I bet the payments are pretty high on that. You must be really doing good. Good job. Wow, new iPhone. Congratulations. Good job. Yeah, the older I get, the less I worry about my image, you know. Less I worry about impressing other people. You know, I buy a bunch of name brand clothes and live in an expensive house and drive expensive cars and have everything expensive, and then, you know, you want to take care of it because it was so expensive. You don't want to wear it out or get it dirty or get it rained on, or oh, it might get rusty, I gotta wash it. Just to impress people you probably don't even like anyways, you know? I mean, if people are impressed with that, or won't talk to you or allow you in your group unless you have all those things, you know, they're pretty pretentious jerks anyways, you know? Just craving for attention they never got as a child or something, I don't know. Look at me. I'm so special. I'd rather just impress myself and have fun. You know? How goofy you think I look? I'm 6'2", almost 300 pounds, riding this little Honda 125. Think some of my friends beachside to be doing this? No way. What if somebody saw them? What if somebody saw me on this thing? They would laugh. They'd say, look at that big fat guy on that little bike. Ha ha ha. Well, the joke's on them. I'm having fun. Having a blast on this little thing. Tell you what, all the times I've been going down the beach, I haven't seen anyone pull a Harley out there in the sand. I haven't seen any BMW dual sports riding down the beach. Where those get big tough guys with their fancy equipment? Where's that at? It's not on the beach having fun like me. Yeah, I have an adventure bike. Well, yeah, so do I. Mine's not as impressive as yours, but I'm having fun with mine. And if it gets rusty and worn out and it's junk, I'll get another one. And I won't have to refinance my house for it either. Just take the money out of the bank and buy what I want, you know. Because I don't live beachside. I get t-shirts from Walmart. any of you guys that are watching this video want to give me some comments on where this channel should go, feel free, man. Tell me what you want to see. Got to see my fat, ugly face talking? I can do that too. It's been a year. Maybe it's a good time to make a change. I like cutting through neighborhoods because the red lights down here are just so freaking long. You know, and sometimes they're not triggered by a little motorcycle like this. You might pull up to a red light and just sit there for 5 or 10 minutes until you decide to just roll through the red light because you know it's not going to change. I'm a real estate investor. I like driving neighborhoods, see if I see any for sale by owners pop up. See what's going on in the neighborhoods. See if there's any opportunities. Plus, I'm not in a hurry. I'm riding around having fun. Hope you're having fun too. Stay safe. Talk to you later.